Guys, what's up? AJ here. Made it to the hotel. I'm here in Detroit, Motown. Super excited about it. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy cold out here. Got off the airplane and out of the terminal, and it was like, I mean, it felt like it was in the teens. It's going to probably be in the teens while I'm here. Quick turnaround trip. But super excited about this. You know, when we started Launchpad, myself and Ian and the other founders, you know, our vision for this company and our mission was always to come out to neighborhoods, communities like this and really have a difference. And so we're excited to be out here. And I'm looking forward to what we're going to see and what we're going to learn. You know, I go into all these situations, you know, as an entrepreneur, you have to make this, you have to go into situations with your eyes and your ears wide open and listen to what's going on in the community. And I'm super excited about that. I think tomorrow we're going to learn a lot. I'm going to learn a lot. I mean, we've been fortunate to work in all these communities throughout the country. You know, we're in Pittsburgh and Memphis and, you know, LA, San Diego, San Francisco. You know, we're on the East Coast. We're now down in Florida. So excited to be here in Michigan. You know, we've got other areas in Michigan that we work with, but you know, Detroit for me, this is going to really mean something special, because I think obviously, you know, there's a lot of things going on in Detroit. Detroit has a lot of potential, but it's also got a lot of challenges. And I think when we look at unemployment, the poverty rate, we look at disconnected workforce, you know, we look at the skills gap, you know, we look at all of these things. You know, for me, I'm interested tomorrow in really getting on the ground and seeing what that's all about and learning about that as much as possible.
Good morning, Detroit.
We are in Detroit and it is cold. I think you can see William's breath. You know, he's got some mint though, so it's not too bad. It is cold, but we're on our way over to Department of Human Services. So excited about that. Gonna meet up with the Salesforce team as well, learn more about their Ignite project. But we're excited about what Launchpad's doing here in the city. So it's gonna be a great journey, really. See how we can work with the city for them to do some of their transformational things around employment.
I'm loving who you are, your perfection. And I know you're the one that's for me. I'm loving who you are, your perfection. And I know you're the one that's for me.
What's up, guys? It's AJ here with Launchpad. You know, want to share with you, you know, in this video here, I wanted to talk a little bit about my recent experience out in Detroit. First of all, absolutely amazing people, beautiful city, wonderful city, just so much culture and just so much history. It was unfortunate I wasn't able to be there for more than just, you know, a day and a half, because I would love to have been able to take all that in. But a beautiful city, even though it was, you know, 17 degrees. And super cold, but just felt the warmth from everybody that was there, and saw the passion, you know, from Motown, that this revitalization of America, I really think is happening, you know, in the heart of America, which is going to be Detroit. And so, you know, Launchpad, we were out there. My team is actually still out there in the city, and, you know, we're going to be working with the city on workforce development. Super excited about that, you know, hopefully really have an impact. But, you know, my biggest takeaway from going out and meeting with people, boots on the ground, going and seeing the actual job centers, is that, you know, throughout this country, we talk about workforce development in a lot of different ways, right? And whether you're in California or you're up in the Northwest or you're in Florida, you know, there's a lot of different things that are happening throughout the country. But one of the things that I'm starting to see and really getting to see firsthand and working with different workforce agencies is that as we get to this point in the economy where unemployment is at super low levels. Employers are scrambling for workers. The reality is that, we need to really have a holistic approach to workforce development. And I saw this firsthand in Detroit, and it's so exciting to see what they're doing out there and having this focus. And, the term is called, human-centered design, but it was really exciting to see going out to the job centers and seeing people out there that are really looking to improve their lives. When I went out to some of these job centers, I saw lines around the corner, people literally waiting, and it blew my mind because, I'm like, this is a huge opportunity. We need to be investing in these communities. You have people that want to get better skills, that want to improve their lives, they want to improve their families' lives, and they're having to wait in order to get access to services. So, for me, I saw this as a huge opportunity that we got to be training people in our inner cities and in our communities for these job opportunities. And I was super motivated and just got excited and passionate about what's happening in Detroit and what they're trying to do. My second takeaway here with the visit to Detroit, and one of the things that I, really walked away from this is that workforce development, and this isn't just the folks in Detroit, but, folks throughout the country in Pittsburgh and LA and San Diego, San Francisco, and Florida, and all these areas where Launchpad is at, that workforce development gets it. They understand that in order for us to transform our country and in order for us to improve opportunities for folks, it's going to happen through workforce development. So I've made it a personal mission of mine that we're going to make workforce development a household name. In order for us to make a difference and improve our economy and continue to see growth, we've got to be investing in these communities, whether it's inner city America, rural America, wherever it is, on the coasts. We have to be investing in people and workforce development. It was interesting, an article came out today that talked about Ray Dalio. He's a hedge fund manager, one of the richest persons in the world. And last November, he spoke at a conference, and he was talking about income inequality and how this is the biggest problem facing America. And I'll tell you, there's no better place to see that. I go from LA to Detroit, and I get to see the disparities, right? You see people, fortunately, I'm blessed. We live in a nice community, but then you get to go to areas like Detroit where everybody, whether you're black, brown, Caucasian, young, old, male, female, you see what it's like for folks in the middle of America really struggling, and the separation that we've created in this country where the top 1%, the top 1/10 of 1% own 90% of the wealth. That's a problem. I mean, this isn't about any particular political aspirations or ideologies, but this is, in the article, what he talked about is that capitalism is broken. It wasn't that capitalism is bad. I'm a firm believer in that. I'm an entrepreneur, but what it said was capitalism is broken because when you've got 1/10 of 1% owning 90% of the wealth, everybody else has to do with whatever's left over. And that, you see the effects of that with the issues in crime in inner cities. You see the effects of that with the lack of talented workforce. You see the effects of that with drug abuse in our country. All of these issues tie back to the fact that income inequality is hurting America and hurting this country. This is really a call out to not just government agencies and nonprofits, but foundations, corporations, all need to be making that investment in workforce development because, there were some heartwarming stories of what I saw in Detroit. And I think if we can turn around a city like Detroit and transform that, urban America in the middle of the country, we can do it anywhere in this country. But we've got to be making these investments, and we have to make workforce development a top priority in this country. So great experience. Love going out there. Like I said, it was a little cold, but just great to go out and see that experience because this is what we do. We love it. We're always going to do this. We're just passionate about what we do in the community and passionate about the people in the community and the people who are serving them. So hope you guys enjoyed this video.